is, it's so gloomy in here.
There's no way this isn't a dungeon. Yeah, this is a dungeon, big time. Okay, bunch of ruins here. I see an entrance. I probably can't get into the entrance, at least until later. So, what, is war gonna break out and we're gonna have to activate this night? It's so desolate here, out here. I'm guessing this is the ancient quarry. Sure is, since it dates back all the way to the Neolithic civilization that was here over 1,000 years ago. They're the same legends that say even the Guardian sealed away an evil djinn here. I do recall overhearing something about back at the settlement mentioning a djinn. That sounds a bit unsettling. Oh, Emma, are you a genie? Djinn is basically a genie. I know that. As Emma, are you a genie? Is that your secret? Plenty of other folks think so too. That's the reason most people in the area of the Highlands avoid this area. Though I can't say it bothers me much at all. It does seem like a place straight out of the old tales and legends, though. There's no one around, and not much reason for us to be here either, so what should we do? Well, if you're curious, by all means, go take a closer look. I've poked around here before, but I've never really found anything interesting. Well, that's... nothing phases you, does it? Alright, I suppose it couldn't hurt to check it out. That was the plan. It appears we've reached a dead end. There's no one here either, just a stone door. I don't think even our combined might could budge. It seems like a waste of time coming here. I suppose you might be right. We should leave now. Definitely should leave now, because I'm totally not related to this place at all. Though it does seem like a kind of a place of evil spirit might help. This whole area, really, it has an eerie vibe I just can't shake. What? You can sense that kind of thing? Oh, no. It's just the impression I get from looking around. Never mind. Yeah, Emma, be more obvious. What now? I doubt it's anything, but... I just thought I saw something moving. Out of the corner of my eye. Same here. Could have been some small animal. Plenty of those around here, no doubt. It would scarcely surprise me to encounter something less natural in a place like this. Hey, knock it off! Oh, we need to go back to the tribe, and we need to tell ghost stories tonight. Oh, that would be so fun. I'm starting to feel kind of creeped out now. Sorry. Anyway, there's not much we can do here, so let's get going. That was probably the extent of it. Back to bring the photographer back to his rightful place of not being in danger.
I'm glad to be back here again.
Agreed. I'm certainly in no hurry to return.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually quite interested, because I feel as though if we forced our way into that place, I'd get a lot more answers from a certain someone. Emma, obviously hiding something, Emma. Okay, let's go back. So I haven't finished doing that. Shouldn't be too much longer. Would you mind waiting a bit more? Yep, and that. Wait here for Norden to finish. Alright then, we'll stay here until you finished up. Okay, I'll try not to keep you waiting too long. Rain and the others waited for Norden to finish his photography, and though he's reluctant to leave even after depleting his photo quartz, they finally returned to the settlement. Ooh, we're finally back in the settlement. Thanks a million for escorting me back here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I was able to photograph the statue to my heart's desire. I'm just glad you made it back safe and sound. Yeah, let's go tell the elder. There seems to be quite a commotion over there. Oh no. What? That's... What the hell? It looks like there's been an horrible car accident. Way out here? What? I know they had one, but What, did one of the kids get in there and, like, drive into the rock or something? Why here? Isn't that the gentleman we fulfilled a request for this morning? The very same. That's the settlement's Dr. Emmer. He couldn't have been the one responsible, could he? Never mind that, we need to go and take a closer look. Amir, are you hurt? Guys, I'm alright. Sorry for worrying you. What happened here? I was on my way back for gathering herbs in the mountain forest to the north, and all of a sudden I just lost control of the vehicle. Was anyone injured? Well, I suffered a few bumps and bruises, but other than that, fortunately not. I'm just relieved that I didn't end up hurting anyone. I'm glad to know your injuries were light, Emmer. Thanks to the winds and the goddess. Still, how does one lose control of a vehicle in areas open as free of obstructions as this? Did you simply lose your concentration for a moment? No, of course not. This car is extremely important to all of us here. I wouldn't dream of driving it carelessly. I'm still not sure what caused it. When I was nearing the settlement, the steering wheel just started to feel oddly stiff. Fortunately, the brakes were still functional. Otherwise, I tried to think what would have happened. I see. Elisa? Oh, I mean, was it tampered with? You might be able to figure it out, yeah. Let's see. Elisa, do you think you can work out what went wrong? Probably. I'd say it runs in the family. How could I forget? It stands to reason that the scion of the Reinford group would be quite handy in mechanical matters. Even if she does pretend she wants nothing to do with the family anymore. Could you please mind your own business? What you say though, it's not as true as it used to be. They have some professional engineers at the Reinford company now who can't even perform basic maintenance work. Wow, standards in higher education must be slipping. Okay, let's be fair here though. Engineering, not all engineering is about getting and doing hands-on work. Some of it is, a lot of it is even, but those are completely different disciplines within engineering. Okay, I'm in engineering, and I would know that. You don't actually need to be able to, say, go into a car and perform maintenance work in order to properly perform an engineering job. Reen, I'm disappointed in you. When you compare it to the Zeiss Central Factory in Libero, the Reinford Group is getting far too big for its own good. All those giant, vertically structured divisions, each with their own subdivisions. It sounds as though becoming the Empire's largest corporation brought its own share of new issues. So, have you managed to figure out what the problem was? I think so. It looks like there was a contact failure in the quartz circuits near the engine. That's probably why you suddenly had difficulty steering even though it was just fine before. I see. So you think you repair it? I doubt it. I can diagnose, but I'm no technician. I think we'll need to call in a professional to fix it. I suppose that means we'll have to ask someone from Zender Gate. Well, I'm impressed. I can see that Thor's Military Academy has more to be proud of than just its famous founder. Elder Ivan, Dad. I'm sorry it took so long to get here. I'm relieved to see that Norden made it back safely. Thank you for your assistance. Oh, no trouble at all. Sounds like you've been able to work out the cause of the problem here. That was thanks to Elisa. It was nothing, really. There's no shame in being proud of your accomplishments. Well, I'm glad this is squared away. We still have something of a problem. What do you mean? This is the settlement's only vehicle. Having it out of commission is going to make things pretty inconvenient here. The sooner we can get it fixed, the better. I see. In that case, is there anything we can do to help? Are you sure? This isn't part of your field study, you know. I would respectfully disagree. You treated us with such great food, showed us such hospitality. I want to do what I can to help. But actually repairing the truck is a bit above my skill level, though. Still, it would be discourteous of us to not at least make an attempt to assist our host. Thanks, everyone. I will say, it would be a bit odd if the Zender Gate military didn't at least have a mechanic for vehicles like this on hand that could come out and help. Well, if you insist, we'd be more than grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you could bring out someone who could do the repairs, that would be great. That sounds like the best course of action. Should we head to Zender Gate and see if they can spare a mechanic? Actually, I have someone in mind. Someone far more keen than an army technician for this sort of thing. It's the guy at the lake. Yeah, up near Lake Lacrima in the Northern Highlands live an elderly man from the Empire. I'm sure he'll be able to fix the truck for us if we ask him. True, the hermit could probably have this fixed in no time at all. The cabin near the lake? We passed by earlier, but it seemed vacant. An old man from the Empire who's more reliable than any army technician. Could it really be him? Elisa? So you want us to go and call this man for you? If you'd be so kind, there's no hurry though. If you have other things you need to do, by all means do those first. Either way, we'd like to clean up the site of this accident before anything else. Just handle it as you might if it were part of your field study. Okay, will do. Okay, everyone, let's finish up anything else we have left to do and head for the cabin at the lake. Lake Lacrima is in the Northern Highlands. We'll need to head north to the Guardian Statue and due northwest there. Even though we are there, you have to give us directions. We should set out on horseback at once. Set out on horseback. What are you so worried about, Elisa? Hello, and I am back, and this is probably the middle of an episode, but what do you know? But, I was starting up the game again. I think I had a power outage, actually, since I last played. Because I actually had to restart my system, and I'm looking at my PS4 right now, and it's not in sleep mode anymore, so that's weird. But yeah, I had to restart it. So I restarted the game, because I had it saved and everything, no issue there. Last time I ended, I saved it, and there's a cliff. But yeah, I was watching the opening again, and I noticed how there's maybe 3 characters that I didn't recognize from everything that's happened in the game so far. So I'm not sure how much that speaks on how far I am through the game. I'm actually not really sure how long the game is. I know it's a longer game, I mean, I like longer games, but they're a bit, they can be a bit difficult when you're doing them for a YouTube channel playthrough. But the important thing is that it seems like most of the important characters have been introduced in some way or form. Some of them in very small roles, mind you, but still, introduced nonetheless. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to go to Lake Lacrima, and then I'm going to have to bring the guy back, and once he comes back, he's going to be like, oh, we need something specific, oh, look at the ruins have this item I need in order to fix it, and we'll be like, oh, okay, we'll go find it, we can do that, because we can totally do that, because we always just help everyone with everything every single time. And that's how I predict this will go. Because where else would be a dungeon other than the ruins? And so we return. Well, at least we've made it as far as the lake. Is he at home? I'm gonna presume that's a yes. I'm gonna definitely presume that's a yes, okay. Well, the board's at the wharf and the garage door's open. So I'd say it's likely. Excellent. We should go see him at once. Oh, Elisa. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, what could possibly happen? So, can I just...
Man, I'd love to get in a little fishing here.
Well, no one's stopping you.
It's not letting me take the boat. Where's the fish opportunity? Oh, I guess... Why was it like X over my head at that point? Okay, that's weird. And so we end fishing for the day, which I am perfectly okay with. I do wonder, where does Reen propose actually storing these fishes until we actually get back? On the horse, maybe? I suppose you could hang fish off the horse, but I have a feeling we're in for a long day. Then again, where are we storing any of the other times either, so I don't know. Seems like someone's inside. I suppose it must be the man we came to see then. Yeah, I bet he just came back from fishing. For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much. So, what are we going to do? We're not going to go inside. We're going to not see him, right? We're just going to walk away, right? I don't really want to do this. After entering the cabin, the time of day will advance to the evening, and all of the day's field study activities will end. Well, I don't know if there's any secret stuff that I missed, but I got done everything else. I could double check though. Knock on the door. Excuse me, is anyone home? It's open. Come on in. Ah, nah, it's exactly who she thinks it was. Elisa? What? Excuse us then. Hello, man. I don't personally recognize myself, but Elisa apparently does. Hey, it's good to see you again, sir. Well, if it isn't Gaius, how have you been? Haven't seen you around for, what, half a year now? A little Elisa's out too. Why, I don't think I've seen your face in must be coming up on 5 years now. Wait, what? Could this be... Grandfather, what are you doing here? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not someone she was just, like, dreading to fear, like, to meet. Just her grandfather who apparently went away and isolated himself from his family and have all his responsibilities and whatnot. Well, I guess that's one way to be introduced, but let me give you a proper welcome. Gwyn Reinford. I'm Gwyn Reinford, Elisa's favorite granddad. The other one sucks. Pleasure to meet you all, Class 7. Honored to meet you, sir. I'm Reen Swarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Milstein. Uses Alberea. It's an honor. Promising group of young folks if there ever was one. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the past 5 years, Elisa. You're taller and bigger. It does this old man's heart to see how easy in the eyes you've become. Oh, don't be a creepy Grandpa Reinford. Grandfather, please. But forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Rower, I never believed that, if someone told me this is where I'd find you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? Oh, come on now. I've sent you a couple letters a couple times a year, don't I? And of course, I read all the ones you give to Sharon, too. Still? Have you been here the whole time these past 5 years? Just about. I don't stay year-round, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends or visiting the Empire. I see. Mr. Reinford, would you mind if I asked you how you know so much about our field study? He does raise an excellent point. Let me guess. He's on the board of directors. It almost seems as though you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did. But I admit, ever since Irina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. You still talk to Mother? Yes indeed, though just the bare minimum. The girl's zeal for her work borders on the unhealthy. What did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic? Elisa? Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head over onto the settlement and have a good look at that truck. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Now, actually, I caught a few good-sized trouts. Can take them over to the settlement when you go. Of course. So, that's the former chairman of the Reinford Group. I know him by name, but he's a far more light-hearted man than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. You can say what you really think. You're not going to hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable. But mostly, he's just capricious, I don't say that word very often, and irresponsible. And then 5 years ago, he just... Elisa? Apparently he just disappeared. I mean, you sort of already said it out loud. Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, we're heading back to the settlement. Alright. Let's wait for him by the garage. So, we have the lazy and irresponsible grandfather and the workaholic mother. Man, Elisa has some great role models going on. Guys, Should we head back to the settlement? Hey, Gaius, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then? Something like that. I've only known him for a couple of years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included. Okay, we're good to go. Mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reed, right? Got room up there for one more? Oh, of course it's me. Hold on tight, Grandpa Reinford. Why did he have to pick green? He better not give him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. Oh, I'd feel a bit more at ease if you focus more on the reins, though. Oh, how's little Sharon doing these days? I heard she recently started working at your dormitory. Oh, that's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her, but she does seem really skilled at what she does. Oh, she is, very much so, but more importantly, she's a real cutie. Creepy grandfather character, check, another trope. Hopefully they don't handle him as, just a trope. She always had that lovely reserved air, but as playful side to her too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid. Oh, that'd be the life. Yeah. But that Emma girl is really nice too. She's got those glasses, that hair you want her to let down, and maybe you should stop, being creepy. And she's class prize material to boot. There's a smoldering homeroom hottie if you ever saw one. Oh my goodness. Come on, you know, you agree with me. Well, I can't really say I disagree with you, but... if you don't mind me asking, could you stop with the whole objectification of... You're like 2 generations older than us. Okay, fine. Why did you never tell Elisa that you were here? Tell me, Reed. What kind of girl do you see her as? Well... Personally, I see her as more of the type of girl who has been constantly hurt by her family and has significant trust and, issues in opening up to people because of that. I'd say she's a really hard worker, in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt of that. She's good-looking, polite, and well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and all that comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. I'm amazed how effortlessly she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a canny young man like yourself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind, and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps everything bottled up, like she never wants to let on to anyone that she needs help with a problem. Yep, back when she just said her last initial. Not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it. It would make a problem, it would make it awkward. I don't really think it made it that awkward, though. Funny, but not awkward. I have a feeling that relations between her and her mother and I caused her to end up that way. Or to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. A bit closer? I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one of her letters. I knew it! She was writing home about me. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year, but that's all it was. We eventually got it sorted out, and nothing's really happened since. An accident, eh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toe she held between her sweet lip? What? Oh my goodness. This character, why is it... Was he just... the invention of all this happened because some random person from Japan, some big anime otaku or something, was just thrown into the world of, I don't even know if this, the Erebonian Empire, and decided to make the Reinford group. And since then, he's just had kids, and they've had kids, and he's become a grandfather. Is that the lore behind this world? Is that the real lore? I don't know. He just seems like such a weird character in this world. And as the dust cleared, the two of you find yourselves sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position. That's a really oddly specific question, but I don't know what kind of heart-racing position you're. So something really did happen, didn't it? Now just tell Quinn here all about it. I want every last juicy detail. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna embrace his personality. Grandfather, please. Because he is sort of funny, all things considered.
Hey, isn't that...
What are you doing here?
Ooh, it's those military academy students.
With your annoying voice.
I wonder what they're doing all the way out here.
I wonder what you're doing all the way out here.
Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting.
Did you? Were you the one to sabotage the truck? I don't know why you would, but you seemed... I don't know why you're out here in the first place, otherwise, so...
Okay, let's get this mission started! Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
What's an odd character? Y'all find the problem, maybe? That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the Elder's house for us, Gwyn and Norden. I assumed he fixed it. I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwyn. Here's to you, my friend. And to you. Oh, come on, Lakin. This booze isn't going to drink itself. Yes, yes. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwyn Reinford out in the sticks like this. I'm not sure this would qualify as the sticks. Normally when you say sticks, I imagine the, countryside, the people of a land that are a part of it, not like the completely different culture. That is a different nation and everything, it's not even really part of it. You know him then. Of course, he sees the opportunities of the Orbital Revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today, and it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Reinford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. I suppose that's what must have looked like to the what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwyn has a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now, he's the picture of health. So maybe there's some truth to that old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? Oh, just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, but we at the Imperial Chronicle are in the business of printing baseless speculation. Well, that's refreshing. Elisa? Oh, I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm going to go out and get a little fresh air, okay? All right. Elisa? Reen, Elisa's going out to get some fresh air, as she says. Would you mind going out and keeping her company? Oh, not at all. But why me? You're the class president and all. You'd make for better company. No, trust me. I think you're definitely the best man for the job. Well, I certainly believe, Emma, you're not the best man for the job. You might be the best woman, though. Well, if you say so, alright. I'll be back in a little while, then. I'd like to hear this rumor, though. I wonder if Sarah knew that, Gwyn was out here. Because wouldn't that be interesting? I mean, she clearly chose Eustace and, Machias. I was forgetting his name, I don't remember why. For, the Brayhard stuff, because of their connections to it. And... who else do we have on that? Fee and Emma. Me, Fee, and Emma didn't really have a good reason, but we have two people here who have deep connection to what's going on here. I wonder if Sarah knew that Gwyn was out here. I'm gonna go with probably.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
That's a good question. Wow, would you look at that? Amazing, isn't it, Lisa? It's so pretty. Oh, come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind schedule. Now, let them have their fun. Well, I assume this bespectacled man is Elisa's father. It's not often that you have a day off like this. Why not try and relax for once?
Elisa?
Oh, Reen. What are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Sorry about that.
Oh, did she fall? Okay, that didn't totally look like that, but okay.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Elisa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Wow.
Yeah, I suppose there isn't many opportunities to actually see the open night sky back in all the cities we visited. It's something that you definitely experienced living in even the suburbs back in the day when I was growing up. Yeah, I lived in the city suburbs when I was growing up. But often, you could still see the night sky on some days and some not on others, unlike the city where you're never going to see it.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right.